Greetings, beautiful people. We are going to do an alcohol ink tutorial today, and it is actually part one of two. So we're going to start off with what I did with this beautiful canvas. If you were on TikTok, you will have seen me worked out my stuff by getting the art on the artboard, and I use sublimation. You can head on over there by clicking the link in the description to check out that video if you want to catch that. So I'm not going to go over that because I've already talked about it a little, TT. So I'm going to go ahead and move on. One of the things that I needed to do to prep this canvas was to use Kills 2 primer so that I can put it down for the area in that was going to be alcohol inked. So we are going to use a few things on this project. Alcohol inks is just the background. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit. So I used that primer and I put it all in the background. And once I was done with putting that in the background, I skipped to the Lou My Darling to working on how I was going to protect the art. So one of the big things that I like to do is if I am going to transfer a piece of art that I've drawn, I like to do it a little bit differently. I remember when I took an art class and the instructor was explaining to us how we can get something that we drew on one substrate onto another substrate. And it was really very much so, oh, you create the art on, the artboard or the canvas or whatever the substrate you were going to paint. You create that first, you draw that out first, and then you do some other stuff. Basically, it was backwards to me. So I decided that that wasn't how I was going to do it. I was going to do it the way that I thought worked best for my own process. And that's the beautiful thing about art, is that you can figure out your own process in the midst of somebody teaching you the basics. So one of the things that I think a lot about is how to draw anything. And the how to draw anything part is what I try to talk to people about a lot. When I was teaching art, I would often tell my students that everything you see is a shape. It may look like it's not a shape, but you need to look for the basic shape underneath the thing that you are looking at in order to create it. And so they used to always say, oh, that can't be right. This looks like this and that looks like that. And one of the reasons I created the This Should Cute Girls coloring book in that series, and then the Gumdrop Girls that are coming right after that, one of the reasons I created it was because you can create such change or such art in simplicity. And most people don't get that, is that you can create art from simplicity. It doesn't have to be super complicated to make artwork. It can be really simple, and that is kind of the point. I just got a message from someone. We were talking and they said, well, Jaha, no offense, but I could create that your Dish Your Cute Girls or your Gumdrop Girls by doing XYZ. And they made it sound like it was an insult, but the reality is that was the point. Everything starts as a basic shape that you have to then modify. Even if you are making a face, you're going to draw a circle first, and you might draw a V at the bottom, depending on how the jaw is shaped, the chin is shaped. You may go modified rectangle at the bottom, but everything is a basic shape, right? So I say all of that to say that it is interesting that when we are painting and we're doing something that is a little more complex, we want to make it so precious and so different. But the reality is everything starts the same way, very simply. And then you just keep building upon that thing. Now, this piece, I wanted to make sure that I did it in a way that was fun and creative. So we did do it as a live. And because we did it as a live, a lot of my community was there. And you also can can be a part of that community. But a lot of the community was there. We were talking, laughing, joking, and I was going through this entire process while they were in there observing, talking with me, laughing with me, making comments in the comment section. I know on a lot of our YouTube videos, you're probably like, oh, you did this by yourself? No, I did this with a live audience. And I pull the audio off of all of these videos and then I re-record it for you all, because a lot of the things we talk about on the lives, you're probably like, what is she talking about? What are they talking about? And I don't want to leave you without context, because we have these little inside jokes and things, and you probably wouldn't get it if you were just watching this on YouTube without context of the whole community. So I say all of that to say that we are finished. We're almost finished with this part of the art. I do blow dry this, so I am going to blow dry this so that it dries quickly. If you don't have yourself a little art blow dryer, I urge you to get one. The little blue one I've had since I was roughly in middle school. I've had that blow dryer forever. My mother brought it home from the Goodwill and I've had it ever since. So now what I need to do is, because I'm using alcohol inks, I needed to add alcohol to my little bottle that I'm going to use to spread the alcohol around. As you see, that was not a successful trial right there. That was not successful. That little tiny hole, it's not going to work out. So what I ended up doing is being a crafter, if you will. I looked and combed through the archives of my things. It didn't take long. And I found a pseudo funnel and I used that to put my alcohol in. Now, because I am using alcohol in this little tiny bottle, which I got from Michael's, I love this little bottle as well. You might want to get you one. It has this very, very tiny top. You see that tiny, tiny top? That tiny, tiny top allows me to push alcohol out without it making such a big mess and without me oversaturating what I'm doing. So that tiny top is like a needle. It's very small. So as you can see, I couldn't just flip the cap over and, do that. So what I'm doing now is I am using the little funnel to fill up these little bottles. And I may have about 4 or 5 of them that I keep filled with alcohol. And the alcohol is 99% alcohol, so it helps with the fluidity of it. This is what I was told to use. That is what I bought. And then I am just going to continue doing that process until they're all filled, because this brings all of us joy, is having all of our things prepped and ready to go before we start a nice project. And it doesn't take much alcohol, not much at all. You see that? A little bit, just a little bit, a little dabadooya. Put it in there and you just keep going until you're totally finished. The next step on this is going to be very, very simple. You're going to be like, Jaha, it was simple. It was real easy. So one of the things we talked about was protecting the art. So since the art is on the board now, right, we want to make sure that only the alcohol inks get on the part of the board that I want alcohol ink on, because as I told you, I'm not just using alcohol inks on this project. I'm actually also using acrylic. So I'm going to be using acrylic. I'm using alcohol inks. I'm using soft pastels. They all play a major part in this project and making it successful and beautiful like we like things to be, because we just don't like ugly things over here. I don't like it. If it don't turn out right, you'll never see it. But this is what we're about to do to protect the actual art. We're going to use Elmer's glue. Yeah, good old-fashioned Elmer's glue. It's good for more than some of the things that we were using it for as kids. So we're going to use Elmer's glue, and we are actually going to use that and put it all over the art to protect it from the alcohol inks. Little mistake there. All right, cleaning that up. But we're going to do that, and you need to be careful because this Elmer's glue is diabolical. Okay, it will drip drop and do its thing, and you're like, okay, I didn't really want you to do all of that, but it has a mind of its own and you are not the boss of it, so you might as well just go ahead with it and let it do what it does. Now, one of the things I did learn during this process, because To be fair, this is my very first time using alcohol inks, but I saw it and I thought it was going to be dope and I was excited by it, so I got some. And so what I learned with this process with the Elmer's glue, you're going to benefit from this. You're going to be like, Jaha, you know what, girl? You really helped me out with that. I didn't know that was going to happen. So I'm going to tell you, I figured out, and I'm talking slowly because I don't want you to rush through it. You know what I'm saying? I figured out that the this what is this called? Rubber cement? Yes, this rubber cement is good to do this with, but that brush you see me using that comes with the rubber cement, she a thick chick. She's a thickin'. You know what I'm saying? She got a little body on her. You know what I'm saying? She got some ends. But like, let's take the leaf at the bottom right where you see a little bit of that glue on. It's at the very bottom and it's a small leaf. You see how all of that is shiny and it's over the leaf, but it's also on the board where we want our alcohol ink to be. I learned that with the Elmer's glue application, what you may want to do is dedicate a very cheap brush to your rubber cement. You want to dedicate a cheap brush to the rubber cement, and what you're going to do is you are going to make sure that that's your brush that you're using for the rubber cement, and that is the only brush you use, and it should be kind of small. Now, if you want to keep your regular rubber cement brush, that's quite fine. Whatever, do you, but only use it for the chunky bits. Only use it for the chunky bits. Now, the reason I'm saying only use it for the chunky bits is because if you go down the center of something and it's chunky, that's great. But for all the detail stuff, like the little petals that are out there and all that stuff, the edges of the flower, you want to use your other brush, your more detailed brush, your cheap brush that you can just throw away if you want to. You want to use that because that is going to help you out tremendously, and you will not have the issue, okay? The issue of your rubber cement doing what it did later on in the video. I'll tell you about it because it's something you need to see, but you won't have the issue of it doing that. So I am trying to give you a way to not make the mistake I made. I'm saving you from yourself. That's it. I'm here for that. I'm making sure you're good to go, and I'm saving you from yourself. So that is what we're going to do with that part of things. Now, as we go along in this tutorial and in this work, because this is work. Let's be real. This is work. Where did I get the art from? Why do I have this art? This art was actually created from the Black Girl Blooms coloring book that I just created. The Black Girl Blooms coloring book is brand new. It is releasing now this month. The Starlight Creatives that are in the coloring club have already received a lot of these pages already, because that is how I release new books. If you would like to get access to the books that I draw and you're like, Jaha girl, your things be thangin', I want to get your books, but I don't necessarily need all the books. I just need a little dabble, do you? You know what I'm saying? So you will get access to a few pages out of the books that I'm drawing as I'm drawing them, but you get downloads every single month from the Starlight Creatives Coloring Club. And as such, just like I'm doing here, if you wanted to put this art on canvas, you can. All my work is usable for you to use however you like, except for commercial viability. So if you're selling my art, we got a problem. But if you're making it for yourself, you made one for a friend, that's fine. But if you're making it to sell out in the streets, yeah, no, that's not what we do. We don't do that. That's not what we do. Now here I'm showing you that I thought I was going to use those leaves. I really thought I was going to cut up some leaves and put it on here for my multimedia aspect of this project, but my spirit said no. Okay. So I didn't do it. But I even went outside. I had this beautiful display that I used for the art truck that I put this vine wall up on before we put the illuminated Dakari Moon sign in the art truck. I had the leaf. I went out there. I dug through the trenches to get those leaves. You hear me? I went all the way to our shed and got those leaves. But something in the spirit said, no, girl, we just gonna go ahead with painting. And I said, you know what? You right. That's what we gonna do. So that's what we commenced to doing. Now, I didn't know it at this point. I just thought I thought I was going, in my spirit, I was just gonna. This is where I learned right here in this critical, pivotal moment right there. That's where I learned that alcohol inks need to be stabbed with a needle. Yeah. They have a very, very, very tiny hole, just like the very, very, very tiny hole you saw in the alcohols. Yeah, they need to be opened. No one told me that. No one. Y'all didn't tell me. No one came over here and said, let me tell you something, John Knight. You need to stab this in the opening with a needle. No one said a thing. So I'm just letting you know because nobody told me, but I don't want you to make the mistakes I did. So I'm warning you of the pitfalls, okay? So I went and stabbed that with a needle. I stabbed a few because it took me a minute. It took me a little bit of time. And I stabbed a few so I can get this prep for you. And then I said, these are all the colors I'm going to use. And I made sure I gathered my colors to my bosom. And then I started doing that. You see me stabbing it with a needle? Because that's not blood. That's the alcohol ink. That's the alcohol ink. Now, if I didn't warn you ahead of this, look, you see my little table. I also have butcher plate paper on top of the table. You want to make sure you protect your things, okay? Protect your things, namely your table, okay? Because this is a mess. I'm just gonna warn you. Protect your things, because I protected my things. I got myself together. I had to use this is my handy dandy rag. As a matter of fact, it's sitting right here next to me as well. Still got the alcohol ink fresh on it because why? She was all nice and blue and the alcohol ink said, no girl, you too blue. So I had to stab all of them, and I couldn't use just the needle because I didn't want it to go through my finger. So I used a safety measure, which is wrap the needle in a towel. That's what that's called. That's a safety measure. Make sure you learn about that measure. Don't tell nobody that I ain't tell you, because I'm telling you right now. See, a little stabby. It ain't never hurt nobody. Boop, right there. You see all of it plopping out. It's just ready to go. She said, girl, I've been waiting on this. So you know how that song, I've been feeling, like that song? Yeah, I think y'all know that song, Calling in the Air Tonight, Hold On. Yeah, that's how that was doing. It was like, I've been waiting on this all my life. Hold on. That's what the alcohol inks do. So I did a few of those because I wasn't quite sure how many I was gonna use, but I wanted to have all of them available. And this is what happens when you don't prep your stuff like you should. So after we did that, we had some big fun. We had big fun in the city. We were able to go ahead and get a bunch of that color down and go forward with our project. And the first part of it, y'all saw the little blower. I showed y'all that. It looks like a giant thing that you would use to suck out the snot from babies' noses. That's the blower. You need one of those. I don't care if it's manual. You see, I had to reapply my alcohol because it probably had dried. I was like, I don't know what's going on with this. But I reapplied the alcohol, and now we get some squeezy lemon squeezies. We got it now. Now we got some, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mix up some things. I'm gonna throw some purple on there because why not? I shouldn't have put it in there, but I did, and that's where we are now. But yeah, you see, it's pretty. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? I was like, oh my God, I'm a convert. That's exactly what I thought immediately. I put more alcohol down because who knows where this is going to go. But I'm going to be there for it. And I'm going to let my alcohol do. Oh, look at the alcohol eating up the alcohol is being disrespectful. It turned my colors a little TT. I had some saturation there. And that alcohol, this is a science experiment. I didn't take science too seriously, and I should have, because I probably would have known what this was going to do if I had taken science. Oh, I don't care about the science. Look at what we're doing here. It's pretty. We love pretty things. We love it, and we're just going to keep making pretty things. Who cares about science? You know what I'm saying? Well, some people care. I care because medically it helps, but not today. Right now, today, we getting some color on the board from the alcohol inks. And we haven't used a bit of blue. Not a bit of blue. That purple did that. You see how that purple did it? it just did what it wanted to do. I'm squeezing that thing for dear life. I got 2 hands on it. It's a 2-handed job. You want to move that, you want to move the needle. And that's ironic because that's a little needle right there in the alcohol ink. Look at that little needle. You want to move the needle. And now, since I've done way more alcohol ink projects since recording this very first one, you don't necessarily need the alcohol. You can use it. It helps with some things, but you don't actually need it. And no one told me that. I was just going off of vibes. I saw it. Somebody gave me a couple of ideas, and I was like, and now I'm off. I'm just going to do it and see how it turns out. Now I'm combining. We were all fascinated by this. The live was full of what is she doing? What is she doing? People stopped in, didn't know me from Adam's Cat Square, and were, what are you doing? See, look at that. Didn't know that was going to happen either. That was a burst of color, wasn't it? Now, what if we hadn't protected our art? We will be up here upset, but our art is good. And if it's not, whoever told me to use rubber cement, we gonna have words after I finish this, right? But I digress. We're going to go ahead and finish out this inking. I'm going to let you watch the rest of the process. You've heard enough of my back end stories and thoughts, and I think that you will enjoy the rest of this. Now, I do have to let you know that we are accepting new members in the Starlight Creatives Coloring Club. So if you want to come on through, we're not going to hate on it. You can come on. We accept all folk that want to be creative and have fun and talk about all manner of things. I do a lot of talking about music. I'm not going to lie. That may be my thing. I may have a music fetish, just a little bit. I love music. I'm not really big on sports. I'm just giving you my application so you know how to take it and then say, yes, Jaha, we want to be a part of that. I will experiment with a lot of things. It's just in my DNA. It's just what I do. We have our private lives every third Saturday as of this moment. That's when the private lives are set up. And we do a art project, and it's so much fun. The ladies that are in there, the young women, the beautiful womans. And, if you're a man and you want to join us, come on. We don't mind. We're not discriminating at all. Now, I do make only Black girl coloring books, but if you don't mind that, we don't mind having you. Come on over. I do not draw men. Just going to say that out loud for everyone here, because I don't. But this is the Black Girl Blooms coloring book. The Starlight Creatives Coloring Club is open for new members. We would definitely love to have you. Now, don't miss out. Don't miss out, because when I close it up, you're going to be like, well, Jaha, what happened, girl? Where's the coloring club? Listen. Things change. Okay? Things change. You need to get in where you fit in. You never know what's going to happen. You never know. But anyway, I'm just playing with you all. I would love for you to join us. The links are where links are, and you can definitely check out the details of the things that I used in this video in the accompaniment description. You can subscribe to my channel, and you can share this with someone who is experimental in art and loving to create new things and play and explore with art. I would love that. And you have yourself a brilliant day, evening, or afternoon.
He smiles wide, 'cause he's the center of attention now, and he feels good about it. And she takes a bow, 'cause she's the center of attention now, and she feels good about it. But I'm avoiding eyes every time that I'm out, 'cause it's scary being seen in daylight. Like if they're looking closer, maybe they might everybody seemed to take for granted. Wondering if I'm from another planet, somewhere far away. I might as well be on the moon, probably be as confused as any other afternoon, freaking out here in my living room. I might as well be on the moon, never really get used to the things that everybody else do. I might as well be on the moon. They're having fun without worrying about looking dumb. They feel alive instead of feeling numb. And I wonder what that would feel like. I wonder what that would feel like. It must be nice, but I'm avoiding nice every time that I'm out. 'Cause it's scary being seen in daylight. Like if they're looking close, then maybe they might see right through me, see right through me. And I don't know why I just can't have it. What everybody seemed to take for granted. Wondering if I'm from another planet, somewhere far away. I might as well be on the moon, probably be as confused as any other afternoon, freaking out here in my living room. I might as well be on the moon, never really get used to the things that everybody else do. Might as well be on the moon, might as well be on the moon. Feels like something's got a hold on me. Don't know why it won't let go of me. Always really getting so lonely, feeling like this. Feels like something's got a hold on me. Don't know why I won't let go of me. Always getting so lonely, feeling like this. Feels like something's got a hold on me. Don't know why I won't let go of me. Always getting so lonely, feeling like this. Feels like something's got a hold on me. Don't know why it won't let go of me. Always really getting so lonely, feeling like this.
I tried so hard to let go, writing poetry and rhymes just to get you off my mind. It's either yes or it's no. I'm not a yo-yo on a string that you flip and twist and swing. I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, second guessing your words, 'cause you choke right when I see that you're all I really need. But if I'm honest, I know this whole thing has been a sign that I'm running out of time. I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, stop tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready.
So amazing. It's the moonlight that makes me wonder why we separated. Or am I faded? You shine so bright, it's an understatement. Single is overrated. If you get too close, my baby, might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight. 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby? Then take me back, baby. It's in the night when I think I made it. When all day dedicated, 18 hours without breaking. Not thinking about us. Then in my mind, you're next to me laying. Those memories keep playing. Am I high or am I crazy? Might let you take me back. Take me back, baby. Back. Take me back, baby, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Hindsight. Take me back, baby. It's 2020. You've been so patient. Oh, I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby? Then take me back, baby, baby. Only one to turn me on and turn me out. Thinking about it now. Drive me crazy, drive me insane, drive me wild. Make me leap of faith, 'cause we so brave to turn around. Give another go. Drive me crazy, drive me insane, drive me wild. Baby, hindsight is 2020. Take me back, baby. Back, baby. Take me back, baby, baby. Take me back, baby. Back, baby. Take me back, baby. You've been so patient, so patient. I kept you waiting. You want me back, baby? Then take me back, baby. Takers and givers, I've been called the latter. But am I really a giver? If I don't give to myself, don't take care of my health, care for everyone else, I usually give away my best. But get into this reset. Get into this reset. Get into this reset. Takers, givers, I've been called the latter. Get into this reset. Yeah, I'ma adjust my clock like daylight savings. Next era unlocked, and I ain't playing about me. You think I'm acting brand new, but this was me before you. Ain't nothing to start over. Owe me on a new vibe. She blowing my high. Gotta recalibrate my sundial. Yeah, reset. Ain't nothing to start over. Only on a new vibe. Blowing my high. Gotta recalibrate my sundial. Yeah, yeah. Reset. Recent past is feeling like a past life. Can't believe I saved your heart to break mine. You could see I shifted shape to fit yours. Can't forget I made the move to move on. PCH to the Potomac River. Take a break, recalibrate, forgive her. Trip the road from Stockton to Stockholm. Yeah, peace and grace to travel safe through time zones. Adjust my clock like day, light savings, next era unlocked. And I ain't playing about me. You think I'm acting brand new, but this was me before you. Ain't nothing to start over. Owe me on a new vibe. Blowing my high, gotta recalibrate my sundial. Yeah, reset. It ain't nothing, no. Me on a new vibe, blowing my high, gotta recalibrate my sundial. Yeah. Reset.